And I think certain words are not permissible on YouTube. And I probably said one of those words. And I have to try to remember, but I know that I just don't remember all the words. I probably need a whole tutorial on YouTube because they will shut you down, right? But anyway, like I was saying, maybe not like I was saying before, because we don't want that to go down again. Now I gotta go back trying to find the people again. But look, the whole thing is your girl is doing what the Lord has told her to do. And no matter what happens, no matter what system works or don't work, the Lord is going to allow for his purpose to be fulfilled on the earth. That's why he placed us here, because he wants us to be the workers. Okay, we are the ones in the field doing the good Lord's work. Nothing will stand in the way. It says what? No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Okay, it doesn't even matter what negative tongue that raises up against us. None will stop the the assignment of the Lord. None will stop. No airwaves, no computer shutdown. I don't care, because let me tell you, back in the day, they didn't even have any of this. All this stuff is new, and guess what? The Lord's work was still being done. I mean, back in the day in the Old Testament, they walked right in the dirt with their little sandals, but the work of the Lord still was getting done. So it's us today that sometimes when it doesn't work one way, we get scared and we get intimidated by how things get in the way, and then we don't want to work and do purpose. We should not allow any of those things to stand in our way, no matter what. Because why? The Lord has an assignment, and there are people waiting for that assignment. The Lord has workers with things that he placed in them individually. And as long as you are keeping it here, the people that are waiting and the people that he assigned to you, the ones that are supposed to be part of your tribe, are not able to find you. Why? Because you allow something or someone or everything to stand and get in your way. Now, this was not part of my conversation, but I also understand that the enemy works in mysterious ways, and he thinks that he is slick, but I'm here to serve notice on him that he may work mysteriously, but my God worked miraculously. Okay, and nothing is greater than him. And whatever he wants to happen, and whatever sound that he wants to echo across the land, it will boomerang out of my mouth and hit every post, every social media, every platform, and every person, and everyone that he assigned for it to reach. So no matter how the enemy try to stop it or get in the way of the work being done or reached, because I was simply talking about making sure that we spread things on our timeline, because even though we may not need it, there will be people who don't share or be as vulnerable as you think they are, because there are things that happens in our lives that is traumatic, and you think people are telling you everything, but they're not. Okay, and having the right things, communicating and letting people know where help is, we're letting people know who can assist them, who can coach them, who can guide them in their process is important, because sometimes we are busy sharing splabbles and shenanigans. Oh, it is great for you to share your animals. I have animals. I have 2 fur sons. And if you are with me on Sunday chats, you know fur sons, they come in the room. But at the same token, they are a place and time for everything. And if we begin to use social media in the right way to say, you know what? Okay, yes, it is great to share my animals and to share maybe my food. whatever. But it is also very important to know that we should be sharing platforms that are doing inspirational things, encouraging things, things that are able to help people find hope and healing and find peace. We have to understand the importance of that. And when you're talking about those things, the enemy, like, oh no, why are you trying to share something like this? Because that means you're trying to get people help. That means you're trying to help God, in his assignments on the earth. Well, what do you think he created us for? He says we are the vessel. So each one of us have something, gifts, anointing, calling, purpose, name it what you want, but just as long as it is straight from the Lord that he placed in you, that he wants to get done through you. And if you let anything or anyone get in the way of that, guess what's going to happen? People are going to be at a standstill that he assigned to you. We all cannot reach the same people. We all don't have the same anointing. We all don't have the same purpose. We all don't have the same calling. If we all did, it will pretty much be boring. And honestly, if we all did, there would be no need for him to have individually make us. It would just be one, period. The only time that we are considered to be one is when we are talking about the body of Christ. Because as the body of Christ, we are one. But even in his word, he tells you that even though we are one, there are parts of the body that operates differently. I'm one person, but guess what? My eyes do something different than my feet. My arms do something different than my legs. They are still part of me, but each part makes of a different process. Each part work in a different way. That's what make me one. So it is just how it is with us in our assignments, in the things that the Lord has placed in us. As the body of Christ, we are one, but each of us have a different purpose. Each of us have a different calling. Each of us have a different area. Now, you might be skill set to reach different places, and God might have blessed you abundantly, which that's great. And you may be able to use different parts of your body to do multiple things. There's people who are flexible. Think about people who are flexible, which y'all, I used to be, because I was double jointed. Well, I probably still am. But anyway, not about that. Okay, focus. Because the enemy just got me upset. He just pissed me off. You're trying to shut down my life? Ooh, yeah. What you doing? You don't want, ooh, come on. Now, seriously, okay, because there are different functions in our bodies that you are able to do. You might be flexible to be able to use your feet to touch your head. And that's awesome because there are those people. But let me tell you this, everybody is not able to do that. So guess what? Maybe if your hand ain't working, you can use your feet to scratch your head. That's awesome. But in the body of Christ, the whole purpose and the goal is for us to be united as one, but knowing what part that we play, what's our purpose. And because that is the area that is going to be able to reach where God wants it to reach. And that's why having the ability to know your purpose, having the ability to get the download from the Lord and say, God, I know I am created for purpose, on purpose, and through purpose, because he is purpose. And therefore, you need to understand what it is that he's calling you to do in this season. Now, for me, I have dragged my own feet. The Lord didn't drag me. The enemy didn't do it. Sometimes we can't blame it on the enemy. Okay, there are things that it was me. I was busy doing busy. I don't even know. You ever see busy doing busy? It's just a whole lot of busyness. And nothing is really being accomplished. I mean, not for nothing. It might be some advantage of that. However, it's not always so, because you might be busy doing something God didn't even ask you to do. God didn't instruct you to do. God didn't tell you to do. And the thing that he wants you to do is the thing that you're not doing. And the longer it takes you to operate in that, the longer that you you are experiencing, I promise you, if you're out of line and out of purpose, you are like the Israelites, walking around, like you are a lost puppy. Meanwhile, purpose is within. And purpose is like, hello, I need to come out. Hello, I need to be used. And that is that yearning and that burning and that thing that you like, I know that I'm supposed to be doing this, but maybe I'm scared. Maybe I don't know how. Well, I'm going to tell you what, the best person to go to is God. Because he's going to tell you, he's going to give you the downloads. He's going to tell you exactly how he wants it done. Because if you remember in the Old Testament, when they were building the temple, and he gave the instructions, he gave the detail. Do you know that your God is detail oriented? He gave the details of how he wanted it to be, how he wanted it to be. And do you know when Noah was building the boat, he never built a boat before. He didn't even know nothing of a boat. He had never needed a boat. But guess what? The Lord gave him instructions and downloads of how to make the boat. And guess what? He was doing purpose for years before the rain happened. But guess what? He got download directly from God that there was rain coming. Those that believed and those that were assigned to hearing his voice, they heard and was like, okay, Noah said it, God said it, I believe it. And guess why? Because those people were tuned to the voice of Noah, because the Lord have allowed his voice to be the sound in their ears, to be able to say, okay, he's building this boat, I need to get over there. Those that was like, yeah, ain't nobody ever heard no rain. Please, ain't no rain gonna happen. Well, guess what? Well, we don't know of them because they didn't make it. Okay? And that's just how serious it is. And if we looked at purpose as that, seriousness, with that level of seriousness, we would get to it quicker. And I'm guilty too. I told you, I'm busy doing busy. What are you doing? You know, I got my hands over here, got my hands over there. Meanwhile, the Lord pulled me out of New Jersey. He extracted me out of New Jersey because I was busy in Jersey, period. I'm a Jersey girl, but I was busy. Meanwhile, he brings me to Texas so that I can do his purpose. But first of all, I started bad. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't start good when I first got here. Because I was like, God, I don't understand. So many things happen. So many traumatic things happen. You know, got hit with a lot of boom, bang, and boom, bang, bang, bang. And it took me a long time to yield to what the Lord was saying. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I didn't yield until recently. Why? Because I didn't understand. Why? Because I wanted, oh God, give me all the answers, please. Now, oh yeah, but he already did. It was me that was like, didn't really want to hear it. And I really, I didn't really want to do it. It's hard out here trying to do purpose sometimes, because you're like, God, will the people listen? Will the people come? You know, will they hear from me? Especially with someone with my past. You know, someone that has, she's a professional, but with a hood streak. You know, I'm just saying, will they listen, God? I got this screechy voice. Will they hear me, Lord? Will they be disturbed with my bald head? Don't care. Will they be like not receiving me because I wear glasses and I got blings on? All of the things started disqualifying me for purpose, because I started thinking that they won't accept me. They won't receive from me, Lord. When God is like, who I've called to you is going to hear you. Who I've called to you will find you. I just need you to get in place. And y'all, that's not easy. And I'm not saying that it is. I'm telling you it's not easy, because this is what I've experienced. And because I've experienced that, I want to speak to you as well as part of my announcement, that I do understand that sometimes we are delayed because we are talking ourselves out of purpose. And the delay is because we are disqualifying ourselves. We are, just like I did the live for Sunday chat on the imposter syndrome. We are listening to that negativity, and then we are letting our lives be lined up with that instead of lined up with God's word. We rather the imposter syndrome speak negativity and speak nonsense to us. We'll listen to that, as opposed to doing what God says, because that would be the right thing, and that's what's going to bless us. That's what's going to transform us, and on top of that, that's what's going to help his people. That's too easy, or rather, that's too hard. We'll take the easy way out, which is when the enemy is beating us down. And today, what I'm going to share and what I am sharing is this. After I have decided to yield to what thus said the Lord, he sat me down on different things. Like when I say, let me tell you something. When the Lord tell you to stop doing something and you take the long way, okay, I'm going to stop doing it maybe next week. I'm going to stop doing it maybe, you know what, in 6 months. I really like doing that. If the Lord didn't call you to do it, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be a shutdown. The shutdown usually is something very, very ugly. I experienced it. And I'm telling you, just in the last couple of months, I came to Texas not to be busy and everything else. I came to Texas because the Lord wanted me to come somewhere to focus on purpose. Okay? Hey, girl. Hey, welcome to the room. I came to Texas for purpose because it wasn't because I came here because I was like, oh yeah, I want to be here. No, I don't. I was telling my friend a story. If you know, you know. Friend, you're here, so you know this story I told you from the last time I was in Texas, what your girl was up to. If you know, you know. I know you know because you're here. But I know you know. Right, girl, you know what I'm saying, because I told you the story of what I was doing. Oh, okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay, confirmation. Yes, sir. Didn't I tell you? Oh, listen, but the Lord brought me back to do purpose. But I'm here on purpose for purpose. But when I got here, I was just like, I was not for it. But a couple months ago, when the Lord shut down everything that I was busy doing, he's like, nah. And it became like an ugly factor, because now he had to shut me down. He had to sit me down. And now it's like, okay, I got it. Okay, boom. So I fast forward, he downloaded, he scratched everything I've been doing. He gave me a blank canvas to start plugging in all the things that he had already given me that I was not doing nothing with. So it's like you have to literally, I had to blow dust, right? Like this, y'all. I know I'm dramatic and I'm very extra, but that's who he made me. I had to literally dust off purpose. I had to dust off purpose, y'all, because I had to allow God's fresh breath to breathe on purpose again. You know what Tony Braxton said? Breathe again, breathe again, breathe again. I just couldn't go back. without doing a purpose. Okay. All right. You didn't ask for that entertainment, but you're welcome. But literally, y'all, I had to blow off dust off purpose so that I could allow God's breath to breathe back on my purpose. It was laying dormant. But let me tell you, I got with an old girl because this is my home girl, and he strategically aligned me with her. And I did not know how to really start to put purpose together. But little did I know that I really had all of the pieces already. So I want to speak to you who think that you don't have purpose, who think that you don't have the tools, who think that you cannot do it. You surely can. And if you look around, you just need to dust off your purpose, because your purpose is laying under all of that dust, all of the stuff that you're not using, all of the things that you have taken and put in the back of the closet. God's like, that is purpose. But you're doing all this other stuff that I did not call you to. So you're so busy with that you're busy doing busy. And it's just time to stop being busy doing busy. Start doing purpose. And he aligned me with this young lady who she is here, and I'm going to bring her on. Her name is Naquandra. And it was like, God, where do I start? What do I do? I don't know what to do. I know what you're telling me, but what does that look like? Everything I was doing just looked like, it looked like I was doing it. So I had to allow God to be in charge. I had to allow God to give me vision. I had to allow God to give me divine download. And when you are doing purpose, you have got to know how to lay at Jesus's feet. Because sometimes, no, all the time, people are going to be talking other things that does not sound like the voice of the Lord. But if you don't know the voice of the Lord, you're going to let your itchy ears hear them instead of hearing God. Because people are like, why are you doing that? I don't understand. You don't need to understand. Because God says so, I believe so, and that settles it. But it's not always easy. Okay, you're almost home. Okay, I'm gonna wait for you, boo. Okay, she's driving, y'all. I want her to be safe. She's almost home, so y'all can rock with me until she gets here. Okay, and I want you to be here because I want you to know that the word says, "Wherever two or more are gathered." Okay, wherever two or more are gathered, God is in the midst. And we were aligned, and you know what? I didn't even know what it would look like. And she probably was like, girl, this is you, Allie, because this is like, whoa. But I knew enough to say, this is what the Lord is giving me. This is what the Lord said. And as I am doing that, I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up. He already gave me that. I was dusting off stuff. She could tell you. When she come on, this is the truth. I ain't telling you no lie. I don't come here to blow myself up. I'm telling you what the Lord was doing. As we were doing stuff in real time, the Lord was giving me vision like, you already got that. And I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I do have this. Oh, there it is. Blowing off dust off purpose. Guess what? I already had it. But I just didn't know how to put it together. And I needed help. Look, if you're afraid to say you need help, guess what? You're never going to get nothing done. God will align you and he will assign you with the right people for purpose to get done. And it's interesting, I didn't even think about this. That part of her, woo, okay, this is a fresh download, like literally a fresh download. A part of what she does is called like the purpose place. Look, ouch, I kind of hit my head hard on that one, but it's the truth. And I just thought about that. It's the truth. You know, sometimes we just are like sitting around and we're sitting on purpose. We're putting it in our back pocket. And, you know, it got lint balls on it. And God is like, yo, You got everything you need because I've already given it to you. When will you use it? You looking, what's the song? Wait. And around the road, yeah. I can't find my purpose. I don't know when, I don't know why. Why it's going away. I don't know where it can be. I found it. I got my purpose. Okay, you're welcome again. I know you didn't ask for a concert, but you're welcome. But that's just how easy it is. When you say, Lord, what is it? I'ma just surrender. I'm just gonna let you have your way. Okay, I'm just gonna have to let you have your way. Exactly. Yes. Purpose Place. Y'all, I'm talking to you guys, YouTube and Facebook, but I'm also talking to Instagram. So if you want to come over there, you can, because you'll see the other comments, because y'all not commenting over here. So it's okay. I love you too. Okay. No judgment. But it's the truth. And the fact of the matter is, with the minute I surrender, the minute I yield, the minute I say, God, I know I have said, here I am, use me. But I was like, here I am, use me. And then I will go over there and get used by somebody else, by someone else. When the Lord, like, wait a minute, I thought you said for me to use you. Because if the Lord is using you, there is good benefits. Yes, there's going to be some push. There's going to be some work. There's going to be some things you got to do that's going to be hard and difficult. But there's also going to be rewards. There's also going to be benefits. There's also going to be instructions, downloads. It's going to be a good thing. When you get used by other people and other things, you are burnt out, right? There's no benefits there. Honestly, what will happen is you'll end up getting used and abused. And then guess what? You're going to have to come right back to the one who wanted to use you for the better. But you wanted to go over there and be used for whatever. And the minute I stopped doing that, it was painful and it was hurtful, because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe, you know how we cry. And then the Lord like, yo, the Lord didn't say yo, but in my mind, in my head, that's how I talk. So like, why are you crying? Why are you crying about something I never asked you to do? Why are you upset about something I never told you to do? Why are you bugging about something I never told you to do? Who told you to do that? And now you crying because I snatched it from you? Busy doing busy. Stop being busy. And I was busy doing stuff that I had asked the Lord and told the Lord, like, I don't want to do that no more, Lord. And guess what, y'all? Because it was familiar, it was easy, it was comforting. That's where I fell. I'm like, oh, I could do this with my eyes closed. It's simple. I don't have to think much. I don't have to work hard at it. Hey, it's my gift. I could just do that, like, hey, go in my sleep. It was easy to do. When it comes to purpose, it's not going to be easy, because guess what? You're going to have to trust the Lord. You're going to have to operate in faith. You're going to have to operate in obedience. That's not always easy. But let me tell you this. I have played around on this earth long enough. I done danced, I done twerked, I done drank, I done smoked, I done sexed it up, all the things. Okay, listen. I done all of that on the earth. I'm through with that nonsense. I want to be able to do God's business so that I can get my reward from the heavens, so I can have my bling house up in the heavens. I want to be able to have my streets of gold. Hey, that's where I want to dance. Hey, I want to dance. I want to dance in heaven. I done danced already here. I done did everything here. I'm done. My life here, I did it. Okay? I am ready to focus on what I need to do here until my day is done, until my eyes are closed, and the Lord said it is finished. And I'll be like, deuces. Because to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. I'll be up there dancing for joy, healed completely, physically. So, with that being said, purpose is not going to be easy, but it is rewarding and it is what the Lord asks for us to do. So, with all that being said, okay, she's home now, y'all. I was killing time a little bit, but I still am talking the truth. But I just want you to hear it from her perspective, and I want you to hear what she has to say because she's on the other side of us of the assignment. She was on the other side of the receiving of everything that was going on, and so honestly, I'm interested in hearing her feedback as she share it live, and whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I just want her to share the experience from her side and what it was like to work on this with me as it was going like straight up, like real time. It probably was crazy, but she was rocking with well, my crazy, but the Lord's goodness, you know. All right, pause on. Let me work on figuring out how to get her here, y'all, because she gonna be here. Okay, all right. So I think I gotta send you a request, right? Yeah. This little thing, I think, right? This little camera, Instagram. I'm doing this something. Look at me. Ooh, accept. Oh, go live. Yup. She's coming, y'all. Am I good? Are you on? Wait, what's the same for you? Okay, wait. Ooh, how do I? Did I do? Ooh. Hey! Look at me! I did it.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You in here going in. I said dusting off purpose. What? I love that because hey, sometimes we do, and you'll be working on something, birthing out something, and God's like, you already got that.
Yes.
Right here, letting you realize that you had everything you needed from the jump. You just had to put your tools to work.
Yes, it be collecting dust, it be having lip balms and all kinds of stuff. And the Lord, like, yo, you've been had that. And so I just want, I just want you to share what that experience was like because I came like I don't even know. I don't even know what it came like. What happened on your end? But I was like thinking, I was like, golly, Lord have mercy, Jesus. But I just want you to share that with the people of what the experience of as God was letting me now focus on purpose and what that looked like in real time.
Yeah. For sure, I'd love to share. Well, hello everyone. I am Coach DeQuandra. I am a digital product creator. I provide digital services for business owners, entrepreneurs, and ministry leaders, such as Coach Miss Jessie. I also am a productive mindset coach at The Purpose Place, as you heard earlier. And I also have a ministry called Women Alike, Ministry of Restoration. So many of things. But I came across Coach Jessie because we frequent the same communities. And I recently had held not recently, in August, I had held a course where I teach people how to use Canva, how to make your own digital products and graphics and things. And after the course, I offered a working session for those who were in the class to upgrade their seat and do a working session. I had a working session with one client, and she ended up gifting her session to Coach Jessie. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, so-and-so gifted you her time, when you want to set it up. And so Coach Jessie and I got into that Zoom room, and it was more than a working session. It was like, okay, this is a birthing plan. We are about to plan how we are about to birth this baby. And I wasn't expecting it, but I was grateful for it that she would trust me enough to be like, hey, girl, I got this going on, because we have been in the same like Zoom rooms and conversations before. We've never talked one-on-one. So I was like, wow, she's really about to trust me to build this thing out from scratch. From scratch. So it has been a very insightful, rewarding. I've learned a lot throughout this journey. We both realized that some of the seasons that we have been in, seasons that we are in, mindsets that we have are similar. Even down to some of the dreams we've been having are similar. So God was like super intentional about connecting us together to build this thing out. And it's even crazier because every time I would work with her, I would hear for myself, like, the business doula. And I was like, you're tripping. Like, that sounds good, but that's a lot. But today, when she announced in her in one of the communities that she was going to have a live tonight and go share her announcement, she said, Naquandra, my business doula. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. So, like, how when Elizabeth and Mary were pregnant, and when Elizabeth's baby heard Mary, the baby jumped. And so, like, our connection is a manifestation of that. The purpose, listen, blowing that dust off, it's nice and shiny, it's polished, and it's ready. The baby is ready to learn how to crawl, walk, run, eat, talk, have friends, all of it. Have their own kids, all of it. So I'm just grateful. The journey itself was it was exciting and rewarding for me. Sometimes working on your things, I did find myself stuck or had to take a break and come back to it. But at the end of it, it was all worth it. I'm so glad that you are pleased with the results from top to bottom. I'm so glad that the website, not only does it have your picture, but the message on it screams like your personality, your character, and it just entails who you are. And so I'm glad we were able to work together and capture that, and so that you can be effective and have the right systems in place to live out your purpose, for sure.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I'm so glad that, it was also insightful and good for you, because it was for me. I did not know, because at times I was like, dang, she's probably gonna be like, this is a lot. Like, what is this girl doing? Like, I don't even know her like that. you know, I'm thinking like, she might give up on me, like, because we was just like, we would get together and we would just flow, like things would just flow, and we would just spend time and just, we prayed, cried, we laughed, and we were just like kind of meshing together so beautifully, and that I knew that this was the right person. um it's kicked off. Come back. Wait a minute. Wait. Ask to join again. I don't know how to do all that now. But yes, it was times, I'm like, oh my God, I hope she doesn't give up on me, because I know that I don't know what I'm doing, and I know that God needed me. Okay, I'm bringing her back, y'all. It kicked her off. You see what I'm saying? They keep trying to kick people off. No, she needs to be here. Oh, okay, she comes. She's back. She's back. Okay. So I was just saying, like, there were times like I was like scared that you was gonna give up on me, because I'm just like, oh my God, the Lord just is like, ah. And I know I'm a lot too. Like, not only do I show up with all this stuff the Lord is talking about, but then I show up all the stuff. Oh God. Like in everything, right? And then I'm like, there's cries, there's laughter, there's revelations, there's like real time aha moments. And I realized that every time that I would get off the times that we had together, like I was still like, oh my God, Lord, I cannot believe like the work that you. I mean, first of all, I can't even believe that this came out of me. Like, I don't even know. I still am like having a moment where I cannot believe how this thing even came out so beautifully, and like it speaks to me, like it looks like me. I told my daughter when she looked at it, oh, what did you think? She was like, Mommy, it looks like you. It definitely is you. And I'm like, because the Lord could have made it capture all of the who I am, right? Because it's like the Lord is saying, you know, this is what I want you to do, and this is the way I want it done. And I I I could not have done this alone, and I could not have even fathomed all of that thought, because there are things I was like, wait, oh God, wait, what? And the Lord is so detail oriented. He is so like purposeful, and it's like everything that you've been through is not for waste. He wants to take all of that and put it together and make it presentable, because it's like, even with the kind of coaching, confidence trauma coach, like, man, God, you've taken all of the low blows that I have taken, all of the raw footages of my life, all of the splabble and shenanigans, all of the things that I have experienced on the front line, because this is not pre or in between Christ. This is while I've been with Christ. So I have gotten, hurt and hit and punches and, attacks, from every single aspect, whether it's in ministry or church related, or, whatever. But it's all been since my walk with Him. Illness, all of it, family changes, a drama in the family, separation of family, and pain from my children, and divorces, domestic violence, just from a change, not only from internally, but change physically. I did not look like this 7 years ago. I would have things that I am able to do today and walk comfortably in. I was so vain. I was not a good steward. Like, my hair, I would have never had this boy hair, don't care, 7 years ago, because I was still bound. I was still like, so worried about what everybody else would say or think, it was like all of these things. And from all of the things that has happened, he's taking all of the mess to make it the message. He have taken all of the scrabble and shenanigans to, like, polish it, to make it, to beautify that thing. I'm like, God, this is dirty, but it's like, I want that, I need that dirt, because out of that dirt is what I'm going to mold and shape, and that's what's going to turn into clay, and that's what I'm going to use to formulate what I want. And then that's what I'm going to use as purpose to present. And that is what's going to help other people. Your mess, your nonsense, the things that you have gone through. And not only have you gone through it, you have not ever exposed anyone. That's important. Because sometimes we think things is about gossip or needing to know the business, oh my God, oh, you might as well be transparent. No, sometimes that transparency is just, you just want to be nosy. Let's to be real. But that's not what it's for, but it is to be set as a healing process, as a healing tool, which I'm wearing. The ish matters. Okay. Yeah, because it does. Inner soul healing, the ish matters. I'm not here to bleed on other people to be like, yeah, that's what happened to me. No. However, what the Lord has said is everything that I have experienced is what He wants to use to help me help somebody else. And that is to say, listen, this is a safe place. And I want you to know why, because I've experienced what you're going through. And here is how God walked me through that healing. Because we are serving on the front line. We're serving wounded. We're serving broken, right? We're serving upset. We're serving in unforgiveness. We're taking communion, but we don't even know how to apologize. We don't know how to go to someone that offends us or that we offended. You know, we don't know how to really live this life fully. And I have been in places, in spaces that I've had to make a decision like, wait a minute. Am I just gonna go ahead and pretend this elephant in the room is not there? And there's no way you can ignore a big old elephant. Come on, somebody. Or are we just gonna just pretend that this never happened? Or are we gonna go and get this right so that at the end of the day, we can all live out this life the right way? I'm not saying that I've always gotten it right, and I am not saying that I will always get it right. But what I am saying is that I have been through some things that I did not know that I could survive. And these are the same things that have caused people to walk away from the church. Are the same things that have caused people to walk with a limp and never get healed. And I did not know that the Lord would want to use that, because I'm like, that? It's like, God, I've been through a whole lot of other stuff. You don't want to use that? Why that? But he's using those things as well, because this opens up, other communications and things, because it opens up other areas that I have experienced that God had to heal me from. But this particular purpose moment is about going to faith-based women and allowing them to have a safe space to come and get the inner soul healing, to be able to say, you know what? I have been serving. Maybe you really got your hands in 50 million ministries, but throughout all of it, you're not even really being productive. And honestly, even as maybe as a pastor, a prophetess, or evangelist, you're doing ministry from a unhealed place, and you are speaking and preaching from an unhealed place, because you're doing target preach. I'm not really saying what thus said the Lord. I'm really preaching to sis right here, because I know what she did. And I'm just gonna make it enough where I'm gonna say everything but your name. And the truth of the matter is, that person you're preaching about is sitting here, you're hitting them, as opposed to saying, if there's a problem, let's go and get this handled. I don't need to get to the pulpit to preach about you. I don't need to be saying all the laundry without saying all the laundry, because everyone else may not know, but that person knows. And it happens over and over and over and over again. That means you're not speaking from a healed place, because you're targeting preaching. And that's why the Lord is calling me in this area, because I have seen it, I have witnessed it, and I have seen what it done to people. I have seen what it done to me. And it's not the right way that the Lord wants us to operate. That pulpit is, and it's not just pastors and preachers and all of that. It could be whatever other high level, ministry that you're doing, that you are talking to people, where you are talking to people. You are ministering to people. You have to minister from a healed place. Period, point, bottom line. If you're not healed, then you probably should pause the mic for a little bit. Pause your whatever you're doing, your ministry, for a little bit, so that you can get healed. And it's okay if you got to pause for a second, because that pause will help you to come back poised, cleansed, healed, ready, and you'll be back in purpose in no time. and life happened to all of us. Every moment in our lives are not great moments, but they are worth enough for you to say, I need to go and get work done. So if this sounds any point of this, if it sounds like something you could use a coach, and if you can okay, hon, I got you. All right. All right. I'm about to sign off, but I got you. Thank you. Okay, she told you all of her information. If you need to hear it again when I'm done, you can certainly hit up the replay. I'm gonna tag her in the post so that you will know her Naquandra's contact and know how to connect with her if you're looking to get work done. If you're looking for God to align you with her to get purpose from here to visual aspect, she's your girl. Okay. And I want you to make sure that if you connect with her, that you make sure that you, do her right, because I'm doing her as a reference, and she is now forever my purpose partner and friend. And we have shared moments that only the two of us, can, speak of. And that will forever be a special place in my life and in my heart, because it was such a rich moment, and I'm so grateful. But if you are looking for a certified confidence trauma coach, I want to be a person that you will pray that can be alongside you for that journey. And I definitely say pray, because it needs to be uh the person that God says. Because if I'm not, then it won't work, and you will not get the most out of your buck, right? Because yes, purpose costs, okay, and purpose pays, okay, yes, sir. But I want you to pray about it, and if it aligns with you, by all means, you can definitely go check out www.coachingwithmissjessie at gmail I mean at no .com. That's my email. I was going to say at gmail.com, but that is my email too. But if you're already watching, you should know that you're watching. Somewhere on there it says my contact on Facebook, on Instagram, as well as YouTube. Coaching with Miss Jessie. It's just MS, not MISS. Coaching with Miss Jessie. If you need to book your trauma down call, everything is set up on that website just as the Lord downloaded. Everything is there. Go ahead and click. Go on the tabs. There's apparels, there's jewelry, there's the trauma down calls, there's the 101 if you're looking for the ish matters, right? Because you're ready to be coached. That's there. If you want to do a group ish, by all means, that's there. So each one has a different element. So trauma down is for you to, if you are looking to do a 30-minute free session. Okay, there's a process for that, and you will have to do some work on your end to make sure that I can have a good insight of what you need coaching on, because sometimes you might need a coach and a therapist. You might need a coach, a counselor, and a therapist. But it's important to know what it is that I can serve you and what I can't. Okay, I am a certified confidence coach. I am not a therapist and I am not a counselor. But it's important to know that so that you can get the healing process that you need in the right way. And if that is so, if we get through that trauma call, right, then we can go to the next level. if you are ready to be, with the Ish Matters, then you are ready for one-on-one coaching, right? That is a 9-week program. 9 weeks program where we're going to work personally one-on-one, okay, weekly, and you're going to have assignments. You're going to have all kinds of things that you're going to have to be able to do some deep dive and get to the root of all of the things, right? Whatever all of your things are, you're going to have to do a deep dive to get those things uprooted so that they'll never be back again. They'll never wear its ugly head in your life. And if it does, you know how to shut it down, right? Because we may get healed, but sometimes we do get bruised. So, you need to know like what to do if you get hit, while you are on the front line. And then you have the group ish. So the group ish is more of an intimate setting of a group of 9, women at a time. I don't want a big group right now. The Lord has given me that number specifically. So a group of 9 women for 5 weeks. And guess what? We do some things together. We get to, have each other's back. We get to be on a more vulnerable setting where we're able to share in a group setting where something that someone else may have that will probably help you, and we stay connected and we pray together. We have gonna go through my book, which is talking about the 31-day journey with God, you and me, right? So we're gonna do those things. We're gonna have sessions and moments that we are just pouring into one another, but it's there to serve as a group setting. It's not a one-on-one, but you do have that option to do one-on-one and then maybe do group setting later, or vice versa. But you will need to understand and know what it is you need, and understand that there are costs associated with both, right? And you will find all of that information on the website, right, at coachingwithmissjessie.com. You will find that information there. It would explain to you the process, and also not only do we have merch such as this t-shirt here that says the Ish Matters Inner Soul Healing. I have products through Etsy, right? And of course I have jewelry. Okay, I am an independent consultant of paparazzi, so I do have jewelry connected as well on my on my site. It's connected. And another thing, for us to stay, this word community is like a big deal nowadays. Community, you hear that a lot. Community. Well, guess what? Your girl got a community. Okay. I want to make sure that I'm able to serve you, right? In between time when you need a little boost of energy and boost of a word and some encouragement, there is a space and a place for that as well. So that's also connected on the website, and that is housed at Geneva. Okay, you can click the link, everything in that, on the website. It also let me know if you want to be a part of the email community. Make sure that when you do these things, you check your regular mail and spam, just in case it jumped over to spam. Okay, I want you to make sure you snatch it and catch it, and you put it into your regular mail so that you don't miss a thing, right? And make sure you stay connected. You have the option to subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. So that, and look, your girl is going to be praying for you. So there is a prayer bulletin. So I want you to make sure that you are putting your prayer request there, so I can pray over what God is, need to do for your life. Or maybe you just need a prayer partner, and I can certainly pray for you, over you, and with you. Okay, because prayer is a big deal, and prayer is what has kept me together. Okay, it's the talking to the Lord that keeps me from wilding out. So prayer for me, listen, if I didn't have that, I don't know, I'll probably be somewhere clink. Okay, so Prayer changes things. Listen, and prayer changes hearts, prayer changes mind, and prayer changes these hands. I'm just saying. So prayer is a very big deal, and I'm very uh very particular about that, right? Let me see what else. What else? So I'm trying to think, make sure I didn't miss nothing. But if I did miss anything, there is certainly everything you need on the website. Everything was captured, right? Everything was done. I mean, unless God is like, give me another aha, look, it's all there. And we will meet on Zoom, right, for our meetings. And all of this is open now. The effective date to really start is going to be the week of October 7th, right? So all coaching and things will start for October 7th. But if you are interested in the services, go ahead on the website, check it out. If you have questions, hit me up, let me know. If it's something you don't understand and you need some clarity, go ahead and email me, or request to join the community Geneva. But you have access if you're trying to figure out what's what and you need just a little bit of a help. Holla at your girl, right? Because I don't want you to miss out. I want you to get everything that the Lord has for you. It's long overdue. And sis, you deserve it, right? You deserve to be healed. You deserve to have the peace that makes no sense, the peace that surpasses all understanding. You deserve to have true freedom and not just say it out of your mouth, but live it out, right? And look, the Lord, I have had moments where I didn't feel so free because I was weighed down by circumstances and issues. But girls, ladies, friends, sis, butterflies, let me let you know right now, it is a sweet spot when you can say, man, I really feel free. I really am free, and I like it here. I like it here. And I want you to experience that because I want to celebrate you because you deserve it too. And I would love this for you. Okay? And we're going to do this journey together. And I'm so excited about that. I am very excited, but I'm not going to tell you this is going to be easy because work has to get done. Anytime that you have to get something cleaned out, guess what? It has to go through a cycle to get cleansed. Think about your dirty laundry. Think about it. If you don't just take your clothes off and put it in the washer and then you take it out and say it's washed. No, guess what it got to do? Your dirty laundry has to go through a process. It has to go through a ring. It has to get wringed out. It has to get washed. It has to get rinsed. Sometimes there's even a pre-washed, right? So it's a process that it goes through. So it's the same thing with your with your confidence and trauma and your coaching and the work that needs to get done. You have to go through a process. You have to get pre-washed. You have to get washed, and sometimes you gotta get washed again. Sometimes you gotta do a little deep wash. You know how it has like different settings on the washers. Sometimes like you got what normally say it could be like a heavy wash or delicate wash. It might depend on whatever you got going on. So everybody's not going to look exactly the same because all of our things are not the same. But you deserve it. Whatever your thing is, whatever it is, you deserve that healing. You deserve the ish because the ish matters and you do too. And guess what? I love you on purpose because that's what the Lord gave me. I'm not here to judge you. I love you on purpose. I I believe God has called me to be who I needed when I was down, who I needed when I was experiencing these things. And that is what the Lord is allowing me to be for you. Hey, I'm looking forward to my messages. Bling, 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 bling. I'm ready. Hey, maybe not. Whatever. But if it's just for one, leave the 99. Hey, always for that one. Ooh, my, baba. Okay, anyway, listen, even if it's just one person that the Lord called to this journey, even though I know it's more, I'm here for it. But I just don't want you to miss out on it. And I pray and hope that you have heard not only from me, but you heard from Naquandra herself about the experience. You have now you can go and check out the website, see what you need and all of the things, and then we can chat from there. I hope I didn't miss anything. But if I did, I'll come back and say it because this ain't gonna be the last. Oh, and also starting back in October, we'll start having the Women Bible Stories again, back on Wednesdays. So that will be back again. That was on a pause because of all the things that I had going on. So everything will be back completely active. I'm also considering doing another thing that is that was downloaded to me also from the Lord. Got to figure out from God how that all plays into all that He got going on with me. But the Women Bible Stories will be back. There'll be special things that I will be sending you in your emails when you sign up. For the email options. So make sure that you opt in for that so that you don't miss out on a thing. And I think that's it. Honestly, I think I've hit everything that I could possibly think of. And if there is anything I missed, we will definitely come back and share it with you. So yeah, that's it. That's all. I'm looking forward to connecting with you offline, and I'm also looking forward to connecting with you online. So in any way that we connect, I'm here for it. Sunday chats continue to be a big hit. I didn't even know because again that was not planned, but Sunday chat is like really hitting off strong. People are hollering at me about them, so I'm very excited about that. So that will also continue Sunday chats. And I think that's it, y'all. That's it. I'm really excited. This was a great and huge announcement. I know it was like really long, but listen, if it's worth, if it's worth doing, sometimes it's worth, no, not sometimes. If it's worth doing, it's worth listening to, it's worth putting the works in, because you don't want to miss out. And truth be told, sometimes we sit through some nonsense that be longer than that. Sometimes we be scrolling through our social medias for hours and we don't find nothing wrong with that. So if you could just sit a little while to hear that there's purpose happening, that there's purpose that can potentially bless your life and change your life or someone else's life, it's worth sitting down and listening to, right? So that's it. That's all. I'm gonna go ahead, and I hope that you have been following me down the yellow brick road. And I really hope and pray that this will be exactly what you need, that will meet you exactly where you are, and that will be able to allow God to take you even further. Okay? All right. I'm your girl. I'm your coach. Coach who? Miss Jessie. Yes, I'm excited. Thank you for the love, y'all. I really appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your girl. Hey, thank you for hanging out with your coach. Okay, Coach Miss Jessie. You gonna hear that in your sleep. What? Coach who? Miss Jessie. And this. All right, y'all. I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna sign off with Instagram first. So Instagram, thank you very much for rocking with me. Thank you for being right here and listening to all of this huge announcement. As you can see, I'm very excited and I cannot wait to work with you all. All right. And no, not even gonna say that at this point. I'll say that maybe I'll say that in Sunday chat. I don't know. But this is not the end of me. This is actually just the beginning. I feel renewed and I feel refreshed and I am ready to roll. Okay. Yes, sir. All right, Instagram. I will see you very, very soon. You guys have a good night. Peace. Okay. Facebook and YouTube, I'm signing off. I hope that you have been you have been receiving or whatever, but I'm ready and whatever God has, let's rock it out together. Okay? So, I'm your girl. I'm your coach. Coach who? Miss Jessie. Hear that. Okay? You're welcome. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you for rocking with me and thank you for listening and thank you for watching. And I'll see you very, very soon. Peace. Oh, maybe I'll start setting up also for Sunday chats right here as well. Because normally I do Sunday chat on Instagram. But maybe I'll start doing it here. Okay. Oh, the podcast will be also back in October. The podcast will be back. Okay. So